Hi plus 2 science students and commerce students. Hope all of you are understanding and enjoying this video lecture series. Let's move to the remaining part of our chapter. Chapter 2, The Tiger King, written by Kalki.
The Maharaja's tiger hunt continued to be highly successful. Within 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers. And then, an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to a standstill. The tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pradipanapuram. Who knows whether the tiger practiced birth control or committed herkery, or simply ran away from the state because they decided to be shot by British hands alone. So, what is the meaning of unforeseen, unplanned, or accidental? Hurdle, problem, standstill, stop, extinct, having no living members. Herkery, a ritual of suicide practiced in Japan. The king was very successful in his tiger hunting mission. In a span of 10 years, he had killed 70 tigers. An unplanned problem stopped his mission. The problem was that there was no more tigers in Pradipanapuram. So within 10 years, the king had killed with 70 tigers. So but there was no tiger remaining in Pradipanapuram. The writer creates a humor when he says that maybe the tigers practiced birth control activities and did not produce offsprings, or maybe then committed suicide. He also adds that it could be that they ran away from Pradipanapuram because they did not want to killed by an Indian, and on the other hand, they want to be killed by a Britisher. So here the writer used several humorous points. One, he said that the tigers had practiced birth control activities and did not produce their offsprings. Offsprings means their young ones, or maybe they committed suicide, or they maybe have committed suicide. He also adds that it could be that they ran away from Pradipanapuram. They had ran away from Pradipanapuram because they did not want to killed by an Indian, and on the other hand, they wanted to be killed by a Britisher. So that's why the author tell in a humorous way. That's why no other tigers are found in Pradipanapuram. One day, the Maharaja for the Divan. Sent for the Divan means called the Divan. Divan Sahib, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine? He asked, branching his gun. Branching means waving as a threat or in an anger of excitement. Shuddering at the sight of the gun, the Divan cried out, Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. Shuddering means trembling with fear. Which idiot would call you tiger? No, I am not a gun. You are neither tiger nor gun. The Divan Sahib, I summoned you here for the different purpose. I have decided to get married. So one day the king called his minister and waved his gun. Waved his gun means pointed his gun towards the minister or towards him. He says that he was set to kill 30 more tigers. So 100 tigers was his target. Within 10 years he had killed 70 tigers. So he wanted to kill 30 more tigers. The minister was scared when he saw the gun, and he cried to the king that he was not a tiger, as he feared that the king might aim his gun at him. So actually the minister thought that but the Maharaja is aiming gun towards him by thinking he was a tiger. The king said that he was not a foolish, that he would mistake the minister for a tiger. So the minister think that the king said that he was not foolish, that he would mistake the minister as a tiger. The minister was so scared that he added that he was neither a gun. The king said to him that he knew that he was neither a tiger nor a gun, but on the other hand, the king had called his minister for another work. So the king had called the minister for giving another duty. The king wanted to get married. So what was the new assignment given to the minister? Actually, the king wanted to marry another girl. That's why he called this minister. The Divan begged to Bedil even more. Your Majesty, I have 2 wives already. If I marry you, Bedil means to talk or say something in quick, confused, excited, or silly way. Do not talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What? What I want is a tiger. So what I want really? I want a tiger. Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married to the sword. If you like, marry the gun. a tiger king is more than enough for the state. It does not need a tiger queen as well. The minister was so confused. The minister was so confused that he started speaking something in a silly way. So the minister was so confused that he started speaking something in a silly way. The king started speaking something in a silly way. He said that the king already had two wives, and if the minister married the king, if the minister married the king interrupted the minister and scolded him for speaking nonsense. So when he said that you have already two wives, if you marry me, then at that time the king interrupted in their talk and said that don't talk nonsense, don't speak nonsense. He said that he had no reason to marry the minister and he did not want to marry the minister. So I don't want to marry you, the king said to the minister. He said that he wanted a tiger. So the writer again creates humor when he says that the minister told the king that he should think over his decision. So actually what was he wanted? He wanted that tiger. That is his actually aim behind this marriage. The minister adds that the king ancestors were married to the sword. The king ancestors means forefathers, had married to the sword, and so if he wanted he could marry the gun. So if you want to again, your ancestors are married to sword, if you want to marry again you can marry the gun. But marrying a tiger and getting a tiger queen for the kingdom of Pratibandapura was not a good thought. So he said that I want tiger. The king said I want tiger. So the minister here again telling in a humorous way, if you want to marry your answer, you have to marry a gun. Your ancestors are married a sword. If you want to marry, you can marry a gun. But marrying a tiger, it was a utter nonsense thing, and Pratibandhapuram does not want a tiger queen. And he added that a tiger king was enough for the state and they did not need a tiger queen. So he added that a tiger king was enough for the state, not a tiger queen. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. I am not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. First, you may draw up the statistics of tiger population in the different native state. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. So what he said, investigate, that means find out. This was very hilarious and the Maharaja started laughing. So by hearing from the words of this minister, Maharaja started laugh. He said that he did not want to marry either a tiger or a gun, but he wanted to marry a girl from another kingdom. So actually that what he means, he wanted to marry a girl from another kingdom. He asked his minister to make a list of all the kingdoms and the number of tigers they had. See, he asked the minister to make a list of kingdoms, those who having a good tiger population. Next, the minister was supposed to find out if there was a girl worth marrying in the royal family of a state which had a large number of tigers. Then the Diwan followed his orders. He found the right girl from a state which possessed a large number of tigers. Maharaja Jang Chang Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers each time. He visited his father-in-law. In this manner, 99 tiger skins adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandhapuram palace. Adorned means decorated. So the minister followed the orders. So the minister is now trying to make the find out which kingdom has most tigers population. So the minister followed the orders and he found the right girl from the state which had a large number of tigers. At last the minister found a kingdom which has a largest which having a good tiger population. So every time King Jang Cheng Bahadur visited his father-in-law, he would kill 5 or 6 tigers. So after marrying that queen, she visited his father-in-law kingdom, and on each visit he had killed 5 or 6 tigers in the kingdom. In this manner, the king killed 99 tigers. So in this manner, the king had reached near to his target. What was his target? Actually, 100 tigers was his target, and he reached to up to how many numbers? 99 tigers, and the skin of the tigers decorated the wall of the lobby hall of the Pratibandhapuram palace. So in the wall of Pratibhanandapuram, the rugs, the skin of the tigers was decorated. Hope you have understood the lesson. If you are not understanding me, please watch the video again and again. Read the textbook 2 or 3 times. Okay. Bye bye.